like wind trapped in a shell. The Queen Mother entered and knelt by his side, the brass lamp casting soft gold over his pale face. Her voice trembled as she spoke. "My husband, my king," she whispered. "Your son means to cast out Akojua. Our blood, your blood. He plans to send him into the desert to die." The old king opened his eyes, cloudy and distant, but still sharp with the authority that had once silenced nations. She continued, tears streaking down her powdered cheeks. "He does not understand. He is too young. Too proud. The chiefs fill his head with talk of order and destiny. But a king who casts out his brother invites ruin. Please, my love, speak. Tell him to stop this madness." The two kingmakers bowed their heads, afraid to meet her eyes. For a long time, the old king said nothing. His fingers twitched weakly against the linen, as if reaching for something that was no longer there. Then his lips parted, and his voice came, a whisper that carried the weight of the throne. "The decision to send Akojua away," he said slowly, "is the right one." Then he slowly lowered his head back on his pillow. Her head snapped up. "What? My king?" "It is the will of the ancestors," he continued, his tone steady despite his frailty. "The boy's shadow has grown darker with every moon. This kingdom cannot have two suns in one sky." She shook her head, clutching his hand. "He is our son." He looked at her with something close to sorrow. "He was our son." The silence that followed was heavy enough to break her heart. She rose without another word, the brass lamp quivering in her grasp. The two kingmakers followed her out, their eyes lowered. They walked some distance quietly in the dark, through the bush path. No one spoke, no one looked back as they walked, as they made their way to the shrine located far away at the edge of the prestigious Ashanti village. It was the oracle's shrine. The chief priest remained one of the most feared, and the most respected citizens in the kingdom. Even the king respected him. And the elders of the kingdom regularly consulted the oracle. A fearless man. The moon had climbed high by the time the Queen Mother reached the edge of the village. The shrine stood in a clearing, surrounded by towering baobab trees whose shadows stretched across the red earth like fingers of the dead. The air smelled of smoke and rain. Drums beat softly in the distance, a rhythm older than the kingdom itself. The oracle sat cross-legged before the shrine fire, his face streaked with white ash, and his eyes hidden behind a cowrie-covered mask.